No, so if you see me sitting on a bench somewhere, I am judging you, and I'm using you for material.
And I'm taking copious notes.
Oh,
Hawaii.
absolutely.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to It's a Hawaii Thing. I'm Lanai, and that's Brooke Lee. Please don't get us confused.
Ever.
We have a very special guest on the show today. You know what's so weird? I've known you for a while. I don't know your last name.
Ramirez.
Ramirez.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Marni Ramirez.
Hey, the silence
comedian,
is clapping.
actress,
And
funny.
the Kehaulani part isn't silent either. It
Yes.
is Marni Kehaulani Ramirez.
Marni
Like she's
Kehaulani.
running for Miss Aloha Hula.
How are you?
I have a lot of aliases, so it helps me, land gigs like
Haven't
this
seen
one
you in
today.
a while.
Yes,
It's been a long time.
It has been.
Yeah.
You are a rare, let me just, sorry to interrupt your show, but
Yeah.
this is a rare.
This is your show, too.
This is a rare opportunity because he talks about that he books things and is acting on things.
Yep.
Can't
She
find
never,
any
and she
proof.
don't watch them.
We can't find proof. But we actually have a person who has worked on something with
Yeah,
you.
I was just going to say what's weird is we worked on the same thing but never worked on it together.
See,
Yeah.
so we
We were
still
in
don't
different-
have receipts.
we were in different
We still
rooms.
don't have proof.
Yes.
Well,
Closer,
you can
closer,
buy it
though.
on Amazon.
But you're on the same actual episode.
Yeah, a movie.
But not together.
Not
Correct.
together.
Not
yeah.
together.
I see.
Yeah, my
Close.
scene was with it was just me by myself. It was I
Yeah.
played the mayor.
See what
You
I'm
played the
saying?
mayor.
We're talking about the movie Waikiki PD.
Yes.
It's very funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Despite
It's really good.
him being in it.
It
but
is.
No,
yeah.
because so you play. Tell everybody what you do.
So I'm an improviser, and Waikiki PD is a show that's making fun of the police force,
In
but
a
in a nice,
lighthearted way.
polite
Yeah.
way.
There we go. There we go.
And I play the captain, and basically we improvise all our lines, and we created up this character, Captain Keave, and she's a female cop. She causes trouble to her team, and
It's so fun. She does
She-
such a good job.
But
Yeah.
what's the rating?
it's
it.
probably there's language in there.
Is there
Oh,
language?
yeah.
Well,
Well, on
she
Amazon-
is known as the language person.
I gotta say,
and
out
I
of-
don't mean like Maka'olelo Hawaii.
Yeah.
I mean of the blue
that's why she's funny.
variety.
Yeah. On Amazon, it doesn't have a rating. Oh no, it says 16 plus.
There you go.
But you know what? I don't know if you saw this. We got 4.5 stars.
What?
Yeah, out of 5.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you to the
Yeah.
4 who watched.
But
Mom.
but you
Tub.
no, a lot of people have watched. You there's two
See,
there's
that's what
two
I'm saying.
seasons two movies.
2 movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the first one and second one called?
The first one is just Waikiki PD, and then the second one is Waikiki PD Part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Part Dill.
Part 2.
Yeah.
We're very creative, so we come off the cuff.
I
It's like,
see.
what should we name it?
Deep
Part
cuts.
2.
Deep cuts.
Yes.
Do you notice people have been watching it?
I'm one of those actors or performers that don't follow their work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
like
you
I
don't even
do
watch
it, and
it?
then I'm done.
Release it
I
to the
haven't
world.
seen it yet. Have you seen
I
it?
Wow.
haven't seen.
Oh, really?
Oh
Not-
wait, no, I saw it once because we did a showing down. We had an event where we showed the film, and we all were there.
Yeah, by
But,
force. You're like,
Do you
so
ever,
I had
did
to
you
be there?
ever at the moment watch any part of it and go, I didn't like that one I said. I wish they took the other cut. Because everything is improv.
Yeah.
So there's no other cut.
They give you they'll go, okay, your scene is you're talking to the crew and this happened and then they'll say go, and then it's what is that show? Larry David. It's something like the Larry David show.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So they give you the script, but there's just title, and then they say go. So she could talk for 30 minutes. You don't know what line they're gonna grab out of that. You know what I mean? So do you ever did you watch it and think, oh shoot, I didn't like that line. They should have used that one.
No. Yeah. You look at it and you kind of look at the cuts, and you're like, oh, maybe we should have blended these two scenes together. But we trust Jeff.
Yeah.
He's the director, so we let him go. And you do watch and you cringe. Sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, that wasn't the greatest. But when you think about it, it's all improvised. I still laugh because and none of
You
it is
never
scripted.
know. Yeah,
it's
you
100%
never know.
off the cuff. So I'm like, that's funny. But audience who don't really know improv look at it
Right.
and probably be like, what is this? And it's like, it's cinema gold.
Yeah.
And that's all you need to know.
That's all it is. Yeah, you didn't have to memorize any lines.
That's the best part.
Yeah, it's the best part.
Oh, I love
played
it.
the mayor in the second one. I still didn't get to see it yet. I played the mayor in the second one, and I don't know what came over me, but I changed my voice.
That's
And he goes,
what improv
he goes,
does.
use that voice. And I go, really?
What are you talking
Now
about?
I got to use that voice for the whole
What do you
time.
mean you changed your voice?
Like I didn't use my real voice. I used the
Character.
old man.
It's character.
I used an old man's voice, like an old Japanese man as the mayor.
Weird.
Because I thought I don't want to be me, right? So, but there's no direction. It's kind of like how
So
you
what was the
create it.
voice? You were like Arioshi, circa
An
19...
old Japanese fisherman, talk like that.
Okay.
Kind of mumbled, kind of
Whoops.
gangster.
Okay.
Yeah. But I got 4.5 stars. Oh, we gotta take a break. Do we have to take a break? Oh. We'll be right back
He has
with
one
Marni
job,
Ramirez. It's a Hawaii thing.
For all your money needs, Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union is here for you. Visit hificu.com. Bringing you what matters. Viewers can receive the Star Advertiser Digital Full Access subscription for $9.95 per month. Go to staradvertiser.com and click on subscribe. Use the code AHITHING.
Welcome back to It's a Hawaii Thing. We're talking story with Marni, and we are talking about a Waikiki PD.
Is it
Yeah, we are.
Mari
Who's
or Marni?
Marni.
Okay,
Marni.
just checking.
Marni Ramirez. I just
Yes.
learned her last name, and
Yeah.
I've known you like 10 years.
Well, you're like Lanai, so everyone just knows
Yeah,
Lanai,
yeah.
you know?
He's-
Make it easy for
Yeah.
everybody.
Grant
Right.
Tabora, but okay.
What? Tell everybody who else is in the movie.
Oh, gosh, we have Jose Ver,
He's so
who's
funny.
also a really good
He used to be a stand-up comic. Is he still doing stand-up?
He dabbled recently, but now he's just
I got to tell you the
more
funniest
improv.
thing about Jose. So Jose started doing comedy with us, and I was in. This
Who's
is like
us?
uh,
Define
me and
us.
Augie.
Okay.
So we and Sean Felipe and Champ and the
Yeah.
crew. So I'm in L.A. and I don't know why, but I'm at Disneyland. And I get a text, and it's from Jose, who I haven't talked to in like 2 years. And he goes, "Are you at Disneyland?" And I said, "Yeah, how did you know?" And he goes, "I'm at Disneyland." And he sends me a text, goes, "If you want to watch the Star Wars thing, you have to go on the app." He sends me all this direction to watch this, to get this on the Star Wars ride. And I forgot he's a big Star Wars fan.
Huge.
So I said, "All right, hi to you too, and happy birthday and Merry Christmas," because it was like out of the blue, right? So then that was the last I talked to him. And then about 6 months ago, I get a text, "Are you in Japan?" And then I go, "Why, are you in Japan?" And he goes, "No, but can you buy me some cigarettes?" It's like, buy you some cigarettes.
That's
What are you doing
so-
still smoking? You're not. You shouldn't be smoking. You see the ads?
Right?
Yeah.
That's the point
But
of this?
he's
is
so
no
funny.
Smoking?
It's just kind of random, and he's really good at improv.
He is.
All I got is that he stalks you on social
Yeah,
media.
that's what I got away from
Well,
that.
the weird thing is
got-
I didn't post I was at Disneyland or I was in Japan.
So how'd he know?
I have
Just
no
sensed
idea.
it.
Yeah.
He has an Apple tag on you somewhere.
Something, yeah.
He's just
You've been
monitoring you.
microchipped.
Yeah,
You've
maybe.
been microchipped.
And who
Yeah.
else is on the show?
Ryan Okinaka.
Who's very funny.
He's everyone's lovable child.
Is he a flight attendant?
He is.
Hawaiian Air.
Yes.
Why you gotta
I
get
knew
into
I'd
all his
seen him
mukana?
before.
You don't need to bust out his like social security number next. What
No,
is
we got to give him props.
Okay.
He plays.
He plays my son, Humming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hamin. And he's not good at what he does.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
just wrong.
He's terrible
sounding
at what he
already.
does, but he's so kind. He's like kind of the audience favorite.
He steals
He
every
steals the
scene.
Yeah, because he's just this lovable, almost like doofus type
Yeah.
character, but he's just so sweet. You can't help it. And the dynamics between he and I, mom and son,
You're right.
Yeah.
in a workplace, then you got Jose.
Uh-huh.
We also have Jeff Orrig, who's the director and the creator of the show.
Yes.
He does a character Russell.
Very good.
And then Ray LeMay.
Ray's also from Lanai.
Yeah.
Very
Oh,
good
really?
very good stand-up comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We met him via stand-up and such, and that was his first approach with improv. So he was a little intimidated.
Yeah.
He was kind of like, "What is this?" 'Cause there's no lines.
Yeah.
Right? And he's
Yeah.
trying so hard. But Ray LeMay played Nate, and he's super funny. Then we
Yeah.
had Annette.
Annette, who's she's been on the show.
Well, because
Yeah.
Annette and you got into a standoff because she was like, you were like, "Oh, I played the mirror." She's like, "Wait, I played the mirror," and there was like,
she was
dun,
in
dun,
one
dun.
and I was in two.
She's a lieutenant governor or something like that. Like
Yeah.
some smaller, a political role, but a little bit different. But yeah, she came in on the second movie.
Yeah.
But she helps us out every now and again. So there's like a bunch. Susan Hawes, Trevor Danielson, Sean Cagle. There's a whole bunch of improvisers
Yeah.
that come on the show and,
Nice.
and help us out. And
Who,
they just
who
create.
funds this?
We did
Like
I
a
think,
GoFundMe or?
Patreon.
The Patreon was the first one, right?
Yeah, Patreon
Yeah.
was the first one.
Wow. And
you
you
guys
guys
have
got-
to get it. You can watch it on Amazon. You can rent it or
That's
buy
awesome,
it. But hey,
Hawaii.
it's all locally made. Buy it. Just buy it. You know what I mean? So
and
they can
support
make another
local
one.
art. Yeah.
When he reached out to me, I was like, hell yeah, I want to do this. You don't even have to pay me nothing. I want to do it and help
Yeah.
everything.
Contractually
Yeah.
obligated.
Yeah,
you said
improv
it.
is just one of those art forms where you don't get paid.
Yeah.
You know, it's just about performing. Everything I do, I don't get paid,
Right.
and I like it. You know,
Yeah.
because it's fun, and if it sucked, I didn't get paid. You know, so I don't feel bad. There's no guilt. It's a crappy
Yeah.
show. You bet it was, but it was free.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
It's so funny. Whenever I'm dying doing comic, I'm like, you guys shut up because I knew you were comp, and you were comp, so you have no reason to be upset.
Exactly.
That's a good way to look at it.
Thank you.
We're gonna take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. It's a Hawaii thing.
See Dr. Oda at HEC Medical Clinic Honolulu Specialist in laser weight loss. You can see the change losing 1 to 2 inches instantly. Long's Drugs is always here for Hawaii, providing your family with local favorites, accessible health and wellness services to keep you safe and healthy. Make Long's a part of your day.
Welcome back to It's a Hawaii Thing. We're talking story with Marni Ramirez. You do a lot of improv. That's how you started your career, isn't it? Well, for this.
I think so. Unlike other performers you see out there, a lot of them are theater people from high school age. You know, they've been doing it for their entire life. I started doing improv when I was in my 30s. So I started it late. You know, I was just kind of a late bloomer. I went to a comedy club called Sharky's.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's
Sharky's in IAEA.
That's an old one.
Sharky's in
Sharky's,
IAEA?
yeah.
It's
Wow.
a comedy club.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
right
weren't
next
here
to
at the
a
time.
bar. Yeah, it was great.
Wow.
I did a couple sets in there.
It was definitely one of those places where it defined, you know, the beginnings. So I saw Comedy Crusaders improv troupe, and that was it. I was like, what are they doing? It was awful, but I was like, what is that?
Just to be clear,
Yeah.
it wasn't good, but
It was bad,
enough.
funny comedy.
Right.
And I was like, wow, what is that? So they're like, oh, it's improv. So I'm like, what's improv? And they're like, oh, you make things up.
Yeah.
So once I heard no script, I'm like, I'm in. You know, I'm like, I want to do that.
Were you
yeah.
always witty, like in high school? Were you the class clown or with
Yeah.
quick mouth? Yeah.
Yes.
What high
yeah.
school did you go to?
Kaiser.
Yes.
Yeah, the East Side smart ass, smart person. Yeah, so I was comedy, campus clown all your life, right? So it didn't it wasn't hard to transition to improv, which was what I thought was kind of interesting. You just had to learn the dynamics of the games, and then group chemistry. That's the one thing that makes everything great. So I had to learn that. I went through a lot of troops, ended up now with Improv HI. And then from there, the comedy just grew, and then you find your character.
Yeah.
And my characters that I liked a lot was Carol Burnett.
Yeah.
You know, I loved Buford T. Justice from
Yeah.
Smokey and the Bandit.
yeah.
You know, Jackie Gleason. I just love those type of characters. They're mean, gruff, funny, and I'm like, yeah, I can do
Broads.
that.
They're broads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have a unique stature.
Who was when you were growing up, and who did you like to watch locally? Like what comics were you?
The
growing
local
up with?
ones were 1 and 2 was number 1 was rap.
Yeah.
Like that guy was just
Rap
genius.
Genius. He's a genius.
And then Andy
Yeah.
Bumatai, I
Andy's
thought was
godfather,
just
for
super,
sure.
super.
Yeah.
Not a lot of girls though.
No, there was Lee Cataluna during my time. That was it.
Yeah, but prior to
That did stand up. Oh yeah, before that, no.
Hilo Hattie, people
Yeah.
talk about Hilo Hattie being she was more of a comedian.
You know,
dancer,
when I
but-
first started with Andy used, after the show, Andy would bring all of us up and we'd play one improv game
Cool.
just to practice, like at the Polynesian Palace.
Oh, nice.
And it was for me it was easy too because I emceed, so you were kind of improving.
Yeah.
But that's where I learned how to do it too. You know.
Yeah,
But I was
improv's
always
great.
the smart ass in school too.
Were you?
Well, the more
I
brain
can't.
smart.
Yeah. I can't see that. Never.
smart.
I was never sarcastic.
Walked right
Yes.
Yeah, that's another thing about Hawaii comedy is like sarcasm is key.
Yeah.
Key.
And to the mainlanders, it's a little. I mean, the colonizers or whatever you call them. Yeah, we're the
The
mainland.
whites.
That's the
Ella,
continent.
Ella.
The continent would find it not funny.
Yeah, well, they think we were being, racist or that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
there was a misconstrued understanding of comedy. So when they come here, we're self-deprecating and
Yeah.
we're sarcastic and all this kind of stuff. They look at us funny kind, and we're like, no, that's how we live.
Yeah.
I mean,
you
that's
know.
literally what the noodle shop was based on. That's all Frank
100%.
DeLima did, and no one took offense.
Yeah.
No.
Not a single person took offense. sense.
Yeah. Can you
think that's
imagine
what-
we all get canceled back in the day? There'd be
I mean,
nothing,
don't
nobody to
sneeze
watch.
when you eat Simon, all
Yeah.
of his Christmas Filipino stuff. Like, there's no way today. No
Yes.
way in the world that could happen today.
But comedy's having a good time right now.
Oh,
I think
huge.
because of the pandemic and everybody got so suffocated. I didn't want to do it anymore, and people were scared to say
yeah.
this.
He went
but
through a
then,
whole
but then now
existential crisis.
the comedy scene has become busy because everybody's been suffocated and they want to watch somebody
It's
else do
suffocated.
it. And it's a good way to explain it. Choked, you couldn't do it. So now it's having its limelight again,
I
which is
think
good.
so, and it's great because I think what the pandemic did was identify a lot of inaccuracies within
Yeah.
this art form. And I'm a proponent to say, comedians don't have to apologize.
Yep.
No matter
Amen.
what,
Yeah.
you don't have to apologize.
Nope.
It's an art form. It's an opinionated position of an observation. You don't like it, leave,
Don't
get a
come.
refund, but
Yeah.
don't stifle
Yeah.
that art form.
That's
and
right.
these comedians are coming out broader and broader, and I love it because that's what comedy is about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're going to cancel culture. Guess what? There's a culture of people who embrace it.
Yeah.
So I don't care. I'm not afraid.
And a lot more,
Just do
too.
it.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
embrace it.
But remember Tinkerbell when you lost your shine for a
Yes.
hot second?
Well,
Like,
I've
he
lost my shine many
literally-
times. Let's take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. It's a Hawaii thing. We'll be right back.
Pacific Spray Wash is Oahu's #1 trusted exterior cleaning service. We deliver a spotless job for all your pressure washing, roof cleaning, house washing, and solar panel cleaning. Bringing you what matters. Viewers can receive the Star Advertiser digital full access subscription for $9.95 per month. Go to staradvertiser.com and click on subscribe. Use the code AHITHING.
Welcome back to It's a Hawaii Thing. Lanai,
Clap
Brooke,
if you believe in Lanai.
Marnie is hanging out with
Bring
us.
him back.
One
Bring
of the
him
best
back.
improvers in the state of Hawaii.
Oh, bless
you
your
guys
heart.
doing another Waikiki PD?
Right now we're on hiatus, but it's up to Jeff.
Yeah.
We really got to look at another premise and plan. But we nudge him. We're like, hey Jeff, let's
Yeah.
do some more. I like the idea of webisodes.
Webisodes.
I think those would be super popular. The YouTube presence.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then gain the fan base a little bit more because it's been a while. You know, and then we'll see where it can go from there. Other than that, it's just we just play around with. I play around with Improv HI. I do small independent films with anyone who needs a tall, loud, angry character.
Henry and Cusick. Henry and Cusick.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's
Ian.
paging.
Hey.
Henry
Yeah.
and Cusick.
Yeah.
Hello.
And are you doing the improv game in what are they in Chinatown? Are they still doing the tiny stage? What is it called?
It's literally across the street, bro.
Yeah. Are they still doing
do
it?
Tiny stage once a month. Improv HI does. We're going to be doing shows 4 times a year.
Oh, wow.
At another location on Kapiolani Boulevard. And then there's Poly AF. I'm part of an all Polynesian improv troupe, created and processed pretty much by Annette. And, just having fun with it. I think the best part about improv is that it's relaxed comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't get too stressed out. We definitely, make stuff up. And
You don't know what's gonna come out.
no, so if you see me sitting on a bench somewhere, I am judging you, and I'm using you for
And I'm
material.
taking copious notes.
Oh,
Hawaii.
absolutely.
Copious notes.
Now wait, have you done stand up?
No, I'm actually taking classes to understand it because I know there's a concept to stand up, and I'm not one of those comedians that are like, oh, you can just wing it. I'm like, no, that's rude, that's inappropriate. And a comedy stand up is a format. It is a style.
It
It
is.
is a discipline.
And the hard part about it is the only way to make it work is you have to practice it in front of different people.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do besides practice
Go
it
on
in front of
stage.
different
Yeah.
people. You can
True.
go take swimming lessons to swim. You can go weightlifting. You have to practice it, and it sucks.
Yeah.
But that's part of the process.
Ringing endorsement, my friend.
It sucks,
It
but it's part of the
sucks.
process.
you got to bomb. You got to
You
read
gotta.
a room. You got to learn stage presence. You got to, and I think the
You
most
got 95% of it. Just the
Yeah.
writing part
I mean,
is the only
improv,
part.
I think, is a really great sort of litmus. Like,
the
if
best.
you can do,
The
I'm
biggest leap.
assuming you're the guy. If you can do improv, then I would assume that stand up, a good solid 3-minute, is just a hop, skip, and a jump over the line. Because
Oh, she could do it with her
Yeah.
eyes closed, but
Yeah.
she's being hard.
because
on
he's been trying to get Annette to, because they're looking for girls. Am I wrong?
Yeah, everyone's.
Everyone's looking for women stand up
yeah.
comics to round out the bill because it's all boys on
There's
the
a
bill.
lot now, but there's not a lot of local girls.
Not a lot of
Yeah.
local girls.
Yeah.
It's all
Annette and I
mainland.
did try. They had the Comedy U did something called improv stand up.
Yeah,
and she
yeah.
and I both went. And we did it. And
How'd
it was
it
a
go?
little, it was fun. It was different, but it
Yeah.
was fun, which inspired me to continue to go. I see Jose Dynamite has a comedy class.
Yeah.
I'm in my third round with it.
Nice.
But I can't do, I just don't feel comfortable going on stage with writing material because
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable with writing, and I really respect the writing. And part of it too, and I in my third round is I understand it's like you got to understand your voice. What is your voice?
Yeah.
People just want to be funny. It's like it's not being funny. It's about finding your voice. Your
Yeah.
voice is what makes your writing
Yeah.
so simplified, so easy. Like Gaffigan and Dane Cook and all that. They all know their voice. Kevin Hart, and then we got John Mulaney coming. They know their
He's
voice.
funny. But I forget who told me this, but everybody, all comics are funny. But you got to figure out what your lane is, and you got to be different. You got to be different because there's so many now.
There's there's an obscurity to it. Like with Dane Cook, his was just the creative words that he would make up and
Yes.
sounds, and then Gaffigan was how he always whispered.
Yeah.
The internal voice. and
Kevin
stuff.
Hart was repeating and yelling, and
I thought it was because he was short.
and
But,
that too. We gotta end this show,
That's
but we're gonna
true.
do the long version.
Oh, wait,
of,
I got
this show
ho'okupus
on
for
YouTube. You
Kehaulani.
can check us out on YouTube. Make sure you watch the extended
We
version.
got 88
But since you answered all your questions correct today, we have some nice parting gifts for
We
you.
got some
I
88
see.
for you. Oh, this is
Wonderful.
That's our show
Wonderful.
T-shirt.
It's our show shirt.
That's
so
me on the left.
Rockies.
That's
Brookie
you
on the
on the
right.
And this is, we got 3 shirts for you.
There you
These are
go.
roller skates.
You roller skate?
I do not.
Gabby Towers
do
tips
not.
from Jimmy at
You want to
the
form a roller skating team? Remember back in the day when they have roller skating teams?
Yes.
Everyone's roller skating
Many Hoonie
again.
Mix. Lots of different chocolates in
Cookies
here.
and chocolates.
Awesome.
So this is all for you. Oh, and then here.
I like when you make that sign at
For
me.
your-
Oh,
for
for
your
your
car.
car. You gotta.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Yeah. Please follow her on the
tape over his
Instagram.
mouth.
Marnie, go check out Waikiki PD, the movie. You
tape
can get it
over
on
his mouth.
Amazon. We'll see you guys next time.
We're
in the
going to
extended
YouTube. She's
version.
going to swear a
Ahui
lot.
ho. Welcome back to It's a Hawaii Thing, the extended
Go ahead,
version. Make
swear.
sure you
Go
subscribe,
ahead. Swear,
hit the
Marnie.
bell so you know when we have a new show that's coming
how
out.
they know we're on the
Thank you guys
YouTubes.
for watching. We have Marni Ramirez
Yes.
here with us.
Yes.
Those
Let it
are
rip,
all your
girl. Let
parting
it rip.
gifts.
This
Yeah.
is the one, like the gifts. Look at this. No car is complete. Lena.
No, because traffic stinks. We created that.
It traffic stinks.
Yeah.
So beautiful with his words.
These
Yeah.
are just
Single
great.
tear.
And the tape
Single
on my
tear.
mouth is because I've gotten in trouble with the
'Cause
FCC
you're
so
smart.
many times.
That's
Did
why
you?
we put
Yeah.
it.
Oh my gosh.
The
Bless your
shackles
heart.
are off.
I'm not like
This
that
is
anymore.
great.
Though. I'm super nice now.
You do seem a lot more mellow.
Does
I'm
he?
very,
Yeah.
After you have a kid, that's what happens to you. They just suck the life
Is
out of
that
you.
what happened? Okay.
I have
Yeah.
3 and no.
Yeah.
No, I'm not there yet.
I She's roiling in anger.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
I've
know?
always been mellow, though. I'm a
Simmer.
mellow kind of guy.
You
yeah.
have always been sort of
Yeah.
even
Well,
keel.
that's
I don't really get
nice.
upset,
Oh, really?
which
Oh,
I
no.
should, but I probably
He
have
gets
more.
upset.
Yeah, I do.
Well, I have a little boil, but I don't. It doesn't come out. I think I should get more upset. I have more stuff to write.
Oh, you're saving it.
Because
like you like to
anger,
say.
no, comedians are dark, angry,
Yep.
depressed.
Yep.
I don't get any angry or depression.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why I never made it.
Not yet. No, I mean,
Yeah.
it can work. It
I'm
can
still
work.
trying. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
still trying.
Facts.
Kentucky Fried Chicken didn't make it till he was 80.
There you
Really?
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are inspiring, by the way, on TikTok, where
Right.
they always remind you, like, so-and-so didn't start their career
Yeah.
at age 45. And so it's like,
Yeah.
you can still do it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
No.
okay, that's inspiring. But
You
at
know
the
what?
same time, it's like,
Tired.
oh.
You know what I was doing the other day? I'm back on the radio, and I was doing these facts about how many kids hip hop artists have. Yeah, and Oh Dirty Bastard from Wu-Tang Clan.
ODB?
He had the most. I think it was 12.
Eesh.
Coolio had 10. He died already, but he had 12 kids. He has 12 kids. Coolio, I think, had 9 or 10. But listen to this one. Flavor Flav
Of course.
just got summoned to do a DNA test, and he has a 1-year-old. He already has like 8 kids, I think, right? He's 61 years old. So my question is, who is fucking Flavor Flav at 60 years old? Or
Somebody who
59
wants
years old.
money. Yeah. Basically, somebody who wants money. I'm like, you don't go there.
You're 53.
Now you're having 9 kids, and it's not that old. Are you kidding me? Have you seen Flavor? The question: have you seen Flavor Flav?
Okay, Dustin Wen.
You ever seen the California Raisin
Dustin
commercial?
Wen.
He looks like California
Dustin Wen
Raisin.
just had another baby.
He's Asian. My point to
Oh,
you is,
this
have
is a
you
race
seen
thing. Okay.
Flavor Flav?
Black
No,
don't
this is
crack,
about
Asian
looks.
don't raisin. Okay. It's just
I think it's just like with Flavor Flav, he is a personality. He is a character.
He was.
Well, he's known.
Didn't he date Brigitte Nielsen for criminal's sake?
No, that was just a stunt thing.
That
Was
was gross.
it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it
See,
wasn't stunt.
you heard what
'cause it
she
was
said?
gross.
That was gross. Right.
Because they're both like off their rocks when they're in the show. I'm like, what is this
Yeah.
train
Yeah.
wreck on TV?
Isn't that funny? They had a show for him. Well, let me ask you: do you guys think he's good looking or a nice guy?
No,
I don't.
All right.
I mean, if you go straight off the cuff, no. You know,
I
he
respect
Just,
the talent.
yeah.
what
and
was
I
the
like
what
the
was the
clock.
talent?
What do you mean? What is he
Yeah, what
was
was
a
it?
rapper,
He
wasn't he?
partnered with Chuck D.
No, but he didn't rap.
Yeah,
He just said, "Yeah, boy," and he was the hype man. He
Oh,
never
okay.
rapped,
yeah, he
I
didn't
thought
rap.
he rapped.
No,
He
A
just
little
wore
bit.
a clock.
but it wasn't
and
like
said,
respected.
Yeah, boy.
That's just my personal opinion.
Okay.
No, it's true.
Come
Like he
at
did. He was just a hype man. He
Okay.
wore the clock,
Yeah.
and he was
He
just
created
like,
a persona.
He did.
Yeah.
We give him that.
yeah.
But I just want to know
100%.
who's sleeping with him at 62.
Hollywood for
He
us.
looks 82 right now.
Nah,
Bless
he's
his heart.
fine.
You know, he tried, but
Yeah.
you know,
He's
but
fine.
what women
Checks-
find attractive, what men find
Checks
attractive.
cash.
It's all different,
That's
I
all
know.
that matters.
It's access to the bank account.
Yeah.
And
There
then,
you
you know, how many zeros
I don't think
behind
he
that?
has that much money, actually.
Oh, yeah.
He's fine.
Yeah.
He's just fine.
He has to diversify to some
He
extent.
sells a lot of clocks.
Boy, you
I'm
guys,
sure.
you guys really are supporters of Flavor Flav, aren't you?
This is the feminine. This is the feminine divine.
What's going
right
on here?
We're
Yeah.
giving everybody shots.
I'm
This
getting
is
you guys big
2023.
clocks for Christmas and hang them around your neck.
This is the year of the water
sure.
rabbit. Everybody's just.
Can you
we're
imagine?
loving
Can you imagine
everybody.
right now
No.
anybody under 40 is going, "Who the fuck is Flavor Flav?"
Right.
Right.
Oh, they're googling. They know.
Yeah,
It's
think
all
so?
a throwback. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
If-
Who do
he's
you
a spice
Who do you
guy
like
or
to listen to when you were growing up, like music wise?
Oh gosh. It depends. Like with your early teens, it was all about alt rock, right? So you're
Yeah.
listening to Rage Against the Machine.
Oh, you went to
know.
Kaiser.
I went to Kaiser.
That's right. Yeah.
I love how that's your definitive. As soon as she went 98.5,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I know where she is on the dial.
Yeah, yeah. No, she went Star
Oh.
1019. That's where she went, alternative
wow.
rock.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was that 80s, 90s
Hudson
video.
Hot.
Yeah, that video view scene. I like some of it. Okay, what
Yeah,
else did you listen
There
to?
was like that was it. It was Alice in Chains. You know.
Oh, you like straight
Stone
rock? No,
Temple.
no island music, no hip hop, R&B.
I like the hip hop and R&B. It was okay. You had some. I wasn't really a huge fan of that. You remember now, I'm an angry person. So
That's why I thought you'd like
Yeah.
hip
Well,
hop.
I mean, you're bordering on military, to be quite
Yeah.
honest, because
Like
Hawaii, it's hard not to hit R&B. I mean, this place is literally like R&B
it was,
central.
you
And
know,
ballads.
you like the, you definitely would enjoy the NWA, the Chuck D.
That's what I thought because you were angry. So
Yeah. Yeah, those with
They were
political
always yelling about something. You know what I mean?
You know, fight the power type of stuff. You got
Uh.
angst music, and that was really my. Yeah, I definitely fell into
Okay,
that.
so let me ask you this: if you had a big show and 10,000 people were going to show up at the stadium, what would be your coming out music?
Ooh.
Oh wow, that's a deep one. I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. You say that, and all I could think of is Don Rickles' entry music. Like,
Don Rickles.
As soon as
Don
you
Rickles.
said that,
Don Rickles. I love Don Rickles.
What was his
I love
entry
Don.
Oh
music?
my gosh.
Dun, 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 dun,
Like a
dun,
king,
dun,
like a
dun.
queen was
Yeah.
coming out. Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Don
I'm
Rickles
gonna.
is
That's a
good.
great idea.
He's
I'm gonna
gonna
use
steal
that
it
one.
now.
No,
See
I'm
what's
gonna
gonna
borrow.
happen.
I'm gonna borrow.
It is. I
Every
always
time
think
you go up
about
on
that.
stage, they ask the sound guy goes, "What music you want to come out to?" I'm like, "Yeah, just pick anything old school and upbeat."
Yeah. Don
You know what I
Rickles.
mean?
Every time he went on the Johnny Carson show.
That's
I mean,
right.
it's stuck in my
I
head.
had no idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the king was coming out. Trumpets were blowing.
Yeah.
and yeah.
It was
so
hilarious
crazy.
because he had the attitude that blended with
Next
the
time
music.
I have
Yeah.
sex, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put on a little my
Threw up
my
in
stereo.
mouth a lot.
I'm gonna go out of the room. I'm gonna wrap a towel around my waist, and I'm gonna turn on the music on my
I had ice cream
Bluetooth.
all
Dun,
night.
ta, da, ba, ba,
Threw
ba,
up
ba,
in
ba,
my
ba.
mouth.
That's a great idea.
Threw
Thank you.
up in my
welcome.
mouth.
Yeah, yeah.
You should. Ooh.
Heard a lot of ice cream.
I just caught that last bit. I'm like, ooh.
Nope.
Why would you throw up in your mouth? Just let it out.
Oh
right?
man.
I'm a lady.
That's
I
disgusting.
took a Barbizon
Yeah.
class.
I'm
You know, if you don't
I
let it
didn't
out
know
of your
you-
mouth, sometimes it
I
comes out of
didn't
your
know
nose.
you were
You
going
know
to
that,
talk
right?
about, whatever.
Isn't
your
it a great idea, though?
population- No, it's
a
not
great idea.
actually.
Look at the girls loved
That's
it.
why I was regurgitating.
Even Chemo liked it.
Like a
I don't know. Yeah,
mommy
that would be
bird.
kind of interesting, unless it was a Tinder date. That might make sense. But if it's not a Tinder date, they'll be like, "What the
consensual.
hell is that?"
I
So
have
is that,
I have
so-
a good friend. I'm not gonna say his name because you both know him. And he's been on this show.
James Money.
No, not him.
Augie T.
Another guy. No, another guy. But he was telling me
else?
when he first started
Champ.
dating this girl. He first started dating this
Champ
girl,
Kaneshiro.
and he's still with her.
Champ
and,
Kaneshiro.
and she loved his humor because she met him at a comedy thing. Or
Nice,
whatever. Anyway,
nice.
right when they started having sex, like a minute or 2 minutes in, he said, "Time out." And he did the timeout
James
sign,
Roche.
and he got up, and she was like, "What?" And he's like, "Timeout. Every good game has a timeout."
Oh my word!
And she never forgot it.
And she's
You
still
would-
with
and
him.
she's still with him.
Champ Kaneshiro.
I don't know.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, it was Champ. I win. There's only been a handful of people that we
I'm like-
both know.
Well,
That's been
for
the
him
show.
to be that open, you guys have a tight friendship
Oh,
there because
yeah,
that's
well,
private. And he's
one
like,
of
"Yeah."
the things comics talk about in the green room or whenever comics are together,
Here we go.
it's
Here
a
we go.
totally different conversation
is.
than a regular, right?
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing because comics have this weird vibe together, and we all can be just comics, and the best stuff comes out. But not all of it will get on stage, but it's
Yeah.
a weird thing, and we're
Yeah.
very open about everything because it's therapy for us.
It is, and
Yeah.
you're brutal.
Yeah.
It's brutal when you're with comedians. That's
Yeah.
why when I think about stand up, I'm like, I don't know. That's why
I don't know what
I think I'm
that.
going to sit over here. I'm going to sit over here because you're all judging me over there. So I'm going to sit over here,
Very judgy.
Don't
do my set, and get the hell out.
In a fun way.
Because yeah, in a fun way.
But you got to stick around because you don't want them to be talking about you.
right? You got to do the clarifications. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, no,
Facts.
that's not what I said.
Yeah.
I said, you're the ass.
Right.
Yeah, get it right.
Who was the last big comic that you saw
Oh, gosh.
that you really liked?
Oh, that I really liked. It was Patton Oswalt.
Oh, really?
I like
Hawaii
Patton
Theater?
Oswalt.
You saw him over here, or
He was at Blue Note,
Oh, yeah.
and I was very excited, and I got super close seats. I think his intellect of comedy is great. I really, really respect that guy. You know, a lot of people kind of rag on him a little bit, but
Pat? They do?
I
Really?
don't know. Like
Well,
they
yeah.
think he's too.
Elitist?
Sophisticated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elitist?
But it's very smart, genius comedy. What do you
Yeah.
think of like the new guys, the new core guys like Theo, Bobby? I mean, they're not new, but they all have podcasts and have breaking out in a bigger
Oh, you
next
mean
level.
Bobby Lee?
Bobby Lee, Theo. I've been watching a lot of Theo lately. You know Theo?
No.
He plays like the redneck. He has a.
Oh, that Theo.
Yeah, he has.
He did
a-
the comedy
he did.
show, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that competition.
And he's on Netflix. He has a
Yeah.
special. He's I don't know if he's acting or not because you watch his podcast. He's very smart. He's one of the few guys that makes Joe Rogan laugh.
Huh.
Like when they do his
Oh.
podcast, yeah. And I
That's
think he's
saying
been on there a
something.
couple times.
I don't know.
But like there's Andrew
Oh.
Schultz who's more political. Theo is more like he's just real. He has these great stories
May have to check him out.
like a redneck.
Yeah, I know. I remember Theo being that kind of like that
Yeah.
redneck style when he
Very
did that show.
innocent.
But yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. Bobby Lee, I think Bobby Lee is his own.
He's a weirdo.
he has
Wow,
his
we're just
style.
gonna call
He's
it
the
out.
best. No,
Yeah.
but he's a really good weirdo. He's good what he does.
He's a
Yeah.
good
I interviewed him
weirdo?
3
Is that
times.
your Yelp review? He's a
Yeah,
good weirdo?
Good weirdo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. The first time I interviewed him, we were in the studio and we were talking and we were talking about his show and he goes, "Oh, wait a minute, I'll be right back." He walks out the door, comes back in, and all he's wearing is his bibbities.
Nice.
He took off all his clothes outside the door and came back in. And we're
Where
all
was
looking
this?
in the studio. Me and Augie interviewed
In the
him
radio?
on the radio, and I was like, "What's going on?" We didn't know what was going on. He just did Mad TV, so you kind of knew that character, but we're like having a normal conversation. The guy comes out in his underwear.
Nice.
Like, is he high? What's going on? But
I
that's
think-
his shtick.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I was just about to say that's his brand.
Yeah.
His brand is to be that outrageous and the kind of silly and simpleton-ish. But I think if he were to actually step away and be in a bunker, he would be a different person.
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
I
And-
had a conversation, a good one, with him at an airport one time when he was trying to stay low key, and we had he was just a normal guy, but if the
Yeah.
camera's on, everything's on,
Yes.
he's on. There's
There's-
no
yeah.
turning off. You know, it's pretty funny. He's very talented.
He's a good one. I thought if we were looked at an involved comedian, for me, it was Adam Sandler.
Oh yeah.
I thought he did great. His style of comedy with his shows weren't technically my favorite. I like Waterboy, but the other stuff was like, gosh, just, he plays this, bumpkin over and over. But as he got older with comedy, I think he connected to what type of influence he had.
Yeah.
And then he started embracing himself.
Yeah.
And then that portrayed himself into...
It's totally him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a good actor, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gotten a lot better over the years.
He has. And what he does is he shares it.
Yeah.
With everybody.
Which is what I really respect about the guy. Is like he has a core group of friends that he makes films with. They're successful. He's not looking for box office, smashes. He's like, hey, I want to create.
And
he does.
You guys listening to this, all
I
you
wanna
big
go to
names?
Hawaii.
I always tell people that. It's like, hey, when you get big, don't forget about all the guys you worked with now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially
He was a
you.
great example of that because he's available to do so. And then he comes to Hawaii, he makes his films. He always includes, local actors.
Local actors. He loves it.
He embraces it. He just goes out and plays basketball with people. He's a normal person. He defines the paradox that is Hollywood. He goes, I know my job is this.
Yeah.
But
I can still
when
be
that
a
turns
human
off,
being.
I'm this.
Yeah.
And I love that about him. It's like, I've yet to meet this man, but one day when I do, I'll probably just do the neck.
Yeah.
So, and then walk away because he's vacationing.
Yeah,
It's his time. I'm not going to interrupt him.
I always compare him to and not in the look category or acting category, to like a Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg always plays himself.
Yeah.
Every role is Mark Wahlberg.
Pretty much.
Every role of Adam Sandler is Adam Sandler. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, he was not himself in Uncut Gems. Like, he was playing like a totally different... For me, he's like the closest thing to Robin Williams that I'm ever going to get. Like someone who started off as a goofball, comedian, television, whatever.
That's a pretty
And
high
then became
ranking to put him with Robin.
Well, because he became a dramatic actor. He
Yeah.
did drama, television.
But he
Something
still
like
was
that.
Adam Sandler in Uncut Gem. He was great, but he
Yeah.
still seemed like Adam Sandler.
He was a Hasidic
Yeah.
Jewish like jewelry operator.
Not that the little things
brutal.
like the movements, the way he says things, the tone. Like you
I
look at
forgot
somebody
he was
like
Adam
that.
Sandler in that.
Yeah.
I
Oh
forgot
no,
he
I
was.
totally thought it was him.
Yeah.
And then that other one he did with where he played a chef with the girl who was the person who was watching his kids. I forget the name of that movie.
Oh, the Spanish one.
Yeah,
Spanglish or something?
Spanglish. He was amazing in Spanglish. Like I was
Spanglish,
like,
which one was
wow.
that?
The girl in that broke out. She was hot. That girl was amazing in that. And it was
Which
like,
is the one Sandler just did with the basketball?
Yeah, Hustle or something like that.
Was
yeah.
it Hustle?
I don't know. I didn't see
That was a good one.
That was great.
This is his Netflix era right now, right? He's like pumping
Yeah.
out movies for Netflix
Yeah.
now.
All right,
So-
we gotta go.
Aw,
Kelly's like
man.
telling us go. She's gave us the finger.
Man, I want her to stay.
I know. Can you come back?
She didn't
I
even
can.
swear.
You know.
Yeah. I know. I'm still like.
And that's her thing.
Yeah.
It is my thing. Yes, it is.
You want to like scold Brooke and do like how you would scold.
No.
What is his name again?
We've done
Humming.
Humming.
We've
Humming.
done Modern Hawaii.
Go and
together. We
go and
bonded.
download the movies Waikiki PD.
Yeah, Patreons. Come on, let's
Waikiki
get a third
PD
one
and
going.
Waikiki PD 2.
Do.
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't see 2. Is 2 on Amazon?
I don't think he went
it
there
up
yet.
yet.
Yeah, I think just the first one's up.
What's he
didn't do
waiting
two.
for? What are you waiting for, Jeff?
Put
We gotta
him
get
on.
Jeff.
Put
We
him
should
on
get Jeff
the
on.
show.
Yes.
There
Yeah.
you go.
There you go. That'll be.
I'd like to get all 3 of the.
You're welcome,
You get
Patreon.
Hanmi and Jose. We'll get Jose to bring his guitar. He plays guitar too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll have him
Yeah.
smoke cigarettes. Yeah.
Oh, it was your stalker.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
No, he's not a stalker.
Are
He-
you on
it, wa-
It's a
it
Hawaii
was
thing
just
right now?
It was just so funny.
Yeah, so am I.
How coincidence was it? Thank you for coming in.
My pleasure.
Thank you
Thanks
for
for
everything
having
you
me.
do. You
All
have
right,
any
yeah.
shows coming up or anything?
No, right now Improv HI has our shows on our website, improvhi.com. We're working on our Poly AF for this year.
And what about your podcast?
Oh, I do have a podcast. It's called Creates Happiness Podcast with MJ and Nadine. We're going to start up in February. MJ
MJ's
just
moving
moved
home, yeah.
Yeah, she's home now.
And where's Nadine, in Texas or something?
She is. She's in Texas.
All right. Yeah, don't forget your gifts.
And my swag and my lanai. I'm putting this in my car like immediately.
Thank you. Yeah.
Immediately. This is great.
Her name is Marni Ramirez. Don't forget her name. Download the movie. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please
Brent,
follow
put her on
us
the show.
on YouTube.
Brent on
and can you cook?
I can.
We'll have you come on the cooking show too.
Yes!
All right. We'll see you guys next time. Hui ho.
Like Oprah.
It's a Hawaii thing.